Assalamu alaikum, beautiful people. Namaste, adab, and a warm welcome to all of you today. Welcome to the special premiere show of the Boss Ladies Club on our YouTube channel, celebrating the independence of India. Tomorrow is going to be the 74th independence of India, 74th year since the independence of India. So let us take time to celebrate the people behind, the freedom fighters behind the independence that we celebrate. No, I am not going to be talking about the names that you always hear in the newspapers, in the media, in the books, and in history as such. But I am going to be telling you about a freedom fighter whose name is seldom used, but who could be called as someone who played such a major role which could be compared to Mahatma Gandhi himself. And this, ladies and gentlemen, this person was a woman, and her name was Abadi Banu Begum. To take you through her life, she was born in the year 1852 in the United Province before India became what it is today. The 1857 revolt affected her family gravely. Great losses and punishment. She suffered great losses and punishment. She went on to marry a senior official called Abdul Ali Khan of Rampur. Like we see the pandemic going on right now, the COVID-19, a pandemic was going on back then too, called cholera. And unfortunately, her husband fell prey to this pandemic and passed away, and left her with six children, 5 sons and 1 daughter. During that time, we know the condition of women, how it was. So do you think she survived, especially being a widow of 6 children? Yes, she did. She didn't just survive, but she went on to become a warrior, a freedom fighter of our country. The most important thing that she did was giving education to her children. And she wanted to send them to an English medium school, for which her relatives, her uncle, said he would not pay at all. So you know what she did? In fact, they used to tell her to sell her property which her husband had left behind. But she did not do that. That was her last thing given by her husband, so how could she sell it? Instead, she sold her jewelry so that she could afford education to her children. And because of that, she sent one of them to Oxford University and one of them to Aligarh Muslim University. And do you know who these 2 children of hers were? The famous Ali brothers who led the Khilafat movement of India. Maulana Muhammad Ali Jauhar, who went to Oxford University, and Maulana Shaukat Ali, who went to Aligarh University. Now we know how famous these Ali brothers were, and their mother was none other than Abadi Banu Begum, famously known as B.Amma. In 1920, the Ali brothers allied with the Indian National Congress, who were running the non-cooperation movement back then, along with Gandhi. Some say Ali brothers were like the right hand, the left hand of Mahatma Gandhi himself. So imagine the kind of way that B.Amma would have raised her children. You know, in 1917, during the Khilafat movement, there was a protest, there was a gathering of people, thousands of them, and right in the front of this crowd was a woman wearing a burqa. And no, she was not giving any religious talk then. She was talking about the independence of India. She was creating awareness in the hearts of those thousands of people to fight for the independence of our country. And that was none other than B.Amma herself. That was the kind of lady that she was. Clad in burqa, talking about the independence of India, fighting for the independence of our country. During the Swadeshi and Khadi movement, B.Amma toured the entire country collecting funds and organizing meetings for women. And her colleagues were famous freedom fighters like Sarala Devi, Sarojini Naidu, Begum Hazrat Mohani. These were her colleagues. That is how strong B.Amma was, the kind of bravery that she had, and the colleagues that she was working with. So we know that in the Khilafat movement, Mahatma Gandhi and the Ali brothers were arrested and were in jail. That did not stop B. Amma at all. She went around all of India keeping the movement going. She took part in the Tilak Swaraj movement, Tilak Fund movement, which was organized by Bal Gangadhar Tilak. A woman in burqa went around collecting funds for Bal Gangadhar Tilak. That was her dedication to India. And I am going to be leaving you with her famous saying, which will make you see the kind of patriot that she was, the kind of freedom fighter that she was. She said to her sons, "Jaan beta, tum khilafat pe de do," meaning, sacrifice your life for the khilafat of our country, for the independence of our country. That is the kind of patriot that she was. Let us remember on this Independence Day the kind of freedom fighters that were there, that fought for the independence of our country. Yes, we know the famous ones, but let us also remember the ones that are not mentioned in the history books, but who also played a major role behind the independence of our country. Kuldeep Nair, a senior journalist, writes in his book, "It is painful to see that B. Amma's contribution is not taught in our schools and colleges' history books, even though her contribution was so grave." Another book written by Rajmohan Gandhi called 8 Lives, a study of the Hindu and Muslim encounter, writes how a young widow gets her children ready for school with humble clothes, simple food, and the sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So ladies and gentlemen, B. Amma did not just talk her religion to her children. She also spoke about the independence of our country. That is the kind of freedom fighters that made India happen what it is today. That who helped us celebrate India the way we are celebrating today. Stay tuned to know about another freedom fighter whom you wouldn't have known if not for the kind of work that they did and were not recognized as much as they should have. But now let us bring them all back and let us recognize them. Stay tuned to know who the next freedom fighter is.